You're probably losing money without realizing it. Not because you're spending too much or because you're lazy, but because no one ever showed you the simplest strategy to go from 0 to 6 figures. And here's the truth most people ignore. You don't need a high income, a finance degree, or a hot startup idea to build wealth. You just need a system, one that works consistently, even if you're starting with nothing. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly how regular people, not trust fund babies or crypto bros, are hitting 100K in net worth with one simple playbook. And once you get this strategy, you'll never look at money the same way again. So let's start at the beginning. The biggest mistake people make when trying to build wealth is jumping straight into investing. They throw money into stocks, crypto, or real estate without a plan. But the most successful self-made investors, they start with a foundation, automatic behavior. They don't rely on willpower. They build a system that grows money in the background, like a machine. One of the most powerful yet underrated tools is the pay yourself first method. It sounds simple, but it's life-changing. Here's how it works. Every time money hits your account, a portion is immediately redirected, before you touch it, into a separate savings or investment account. Not after paying bills, not after expenses, before. This flips the typical mindset. Most people spend first, save what's left. The wealthy? They save first, spend what's left. And when you automate it, say $10 a day or 15% of your paycheck, it becomes a habit you don't even think about. That's how someone making $40K a year can quietly grow to $100K in assets in just a few years. Let's break down the math. If you invest $10 a day in a low-cost index fund, earning 8% annual return, in 10 years you'll have just over $55,000. But here's the kicker. If you increase that to $20 a day after a raise or side income, you're looking at over $110,000 in the same time frame. It's not about hitting home runs, it's about consistency. And consistency is what separates the top 10% from everyone else. Warren Buffett once said, "The chains of habit are too light to be felt until they are too heavy to be broken." That's the goal here, to build chains of wealth-creating habits so strong, they're unbreakable. And it gets even better. Because the moment your money starts making money, that's compound interest at work, your wealth accelerates. You're no longer the only one working, your dollars are working too. In part 2, we'll go deeper. I'll show you exactly where to put that money, how to avoid beginner traps, and how to go from just saving to multiplying. Because hitting 100K is just the first milestone. After that, things get exponential. Let's keep going. Now that you've built the habit, automated savings, pay yourself first, and consistency, it's time to make your money work harder. Because just saving isn't enough. Inflation quietly eats away at your cash every year. That's why parking your money in a regular savings account won't get you to 100K fast. So where do you put it? Let's start with the core of your wealth building strategy, index funds. They're low cost, diversified, and historically reliable. Instead of trying to pick the next Amazon, you invest in the whole market. For example, the S&P 500 has returned an average of about 10% annually over the last century. If you're consistently investing in it, say through ETFs like VOO or SPY, you're letting the market's long-term growth build your wealth without needing to be a stock-picking genius. Let's say you invest $500 a month, that's just over $16 a day, into a total market index fund. In 10 years, assuming 8% annual return, you'll have over $90,000. That's without a single raise, bonus, or side hustle added. But here's where it gets interesting. Once your portfolio starts compounding, the second half of the journey to 100K happens faster. Because the interest you earned in year 1 starts earning its own interest in year 2. And so on. It's exponential. That's why the first 100K is the hardest and the most important. Even Charlie Munger, Warren Buffett's partner, said, "The first $100,000 is a bitch, but you gotta do it. After that, the machine starts working with you." But investing alone isn't enough. The key is to avoid losing ground. That means cutting out high-fee funds, hidden bank fees, and overpriced insurance products. A 1% fee might sound small, but over 30 years it can cost you hundreds of thousands. Stick with low-cost providers, Vanguard, Fidelity, Schwab, and avoid chasing fancy investment opportunities unless you understand them completely. Now, here's the underrated trick most people skip. Increase your contributions whenever your income increases. This is called lifestyle lag. Instead of inflating your spending when you get a raise, you lock in higher investment levels. If you get a $5,000 raise and commit $3,000 of it to investing, you won't even feel the difference, but your future self will. And if you add just $100 more per month every year, your path to 100K shortens dramatically. What about side hustles? Even something as simple as freelancing 5 hours a week or renting out a spare room can funnel an extra $300 or $500 a month into your plan. Over 3 to 4 years, that alone could bridge the gap to your first 100K. So what does the full system look like? Automate saving and investing. Start with index funds. Increase contributions every year. Cut fees and protect your capital. Boost with side income, but don't inflate your lifestyle. Simple, boring, powerful. That's the formula that actually works. Most people are looking for the next big thing, but they're skipping the proven path right in front of them. The truth? Wealth isn't about hacks. It's about systems. If you follow this strategy consistently, 100K is just the beginning. From there, your capital starts working harder than you do, and that's when financial freedom becomes real. So if this video helped you see the bigger picture, hit that like button and subscribe. I post every week to help you grow smarter with money and build real wealth. And if you want a follow-up video showing how to turn 100K into $1, step by step, drop a comment below. Let's build together. Because the sooner you start, the sooner you grow wealth.